Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Geramour. You can call me Geramour or Geraldine. So I just got back to YouTube. It's been a while that I have been posting videos. So this is I believe my third video since I've been back to YouTube. It'll be my third week. It's going by so slow. I wish I could post more, but you know, having a baby and a full-time job, those things don't just go together. So I just wanted to come back to YouTube to talk about the questions that I've been getting lately, and then the people that had questions, they would always have to hide asking those questions. I felt really bad for them because that was me. I'm not even gonna lie, because I lived my life in fear of people's judgments, what would people say, and how people treated me and how people reacted. So today's topic is really a continuation of the series that I started last week. I just wanted to talk about my own relationship, the things that I've learned dating an older man, the things that I would prohibit you from doing. So without further ado, let's get started. Like, the judgments crippled me to the point where I wouldn't function. So I feel for you. The world will call you all the names: sugar baby, they will call you a cougar, they will call you all those names. They will call you, they will say that if you're a woman, maybe you have daddy issues. So I do understand the people that kind of want to keep their relationships a secret. I do understand you. When you're getting into an age gap relationship, dating, marriage, you should really be clear with what you want in your head. You should understand the person that you are dating. You might be at an age where you're really young, you're falling in love, maybe it's an infatuation, maybe it's love, you don't really know. And then you have this old man who has gone through life already before you and basically knows what he wants. So having an open communication, and this is true for every relationship, but more so with an older person, because you might be thinking, okay, wedding bells, this and that, we're gonna settle down, we're gonna have a white picket fence and stuff like that. He's thinking about, let me just kick it back, I am done. Maybe he or she was married before. We're just gonna be saying he. Maybe he was married before. You know, it might be that he does not have any kid, but it might just be that he just want to, you know, he doesn't want to deal with baby. So it's something that you should discuss prior to falling in love and wanting all those things that comes with romance, right? Last week I talked about having the advantage of having an older man is that they are wise, you know. With this comes, you have to be careful. So one thing that I learned is to put my foot down, really seriously, because they might not even mean it in a negative way, but it might come off as, I know better than you because I'm older than you, I've been there. In my previous video I stated you never listen to when your parents told you what to do. It's the same when you have an older partner. You don't want it to turn into a parent-child relationship. You want it to remain a partnership, lovers, if it makes sense. So you do not want to lose your individuality. You do not want to lose who you are. You do not want to be told to do as a kid. So basically you have to really have a strong character where you do not lose who you are. You know who you are. You can put your foot down and say, this is what I said, and it remains, without being rude, basically. Because what if you don't express yourself, it will be assumed that the other point of view is better than yours, the other idea is better than yours, so it's what's going to stick. You have to remember, if your guys have a long-term relationship, that would affect you in the long run, where, oh, you never said anything in the past, now you're bringing this up. This could include having a child, buying a house, traveling. So you need to be really be careful when you are speaking up versus staying quiet. Do not lose who you are. Oh my God, I have seen this online quite a lot, where people would just come and talk about my husband's age as if it was like something to be ashamed of, that I had to be ashamed of. But in the same token, though, you shouldn't be doing the same thing. You shouldn't be relishing his age against him. You shouldn't be using his age against him as if it was on the flip side. You wouldn't want him to be saying, oh, you're just a child, you don't get anything. You would create a very negative dynamic in your relationship, and nothing would really stick if you go to him and say, oh, you're making fun of his age, you don't know this, you don't know how to use a cell phone because you're old, you're just old. I know you might be joking. And just think about it. If it goes back and says, well, you're just a baby, you're just immature, how would you feel about that? So it goes both ways. When it comes to respect, it really goes both ways. If you're gonna be making fun of his age, then you're immature. Then you shouldn't be in a relationship with someone. If you're gonna be talking about their age, if their age is a problem to begin with. So from my experience, my darling, even if you're joking, just stay away from that. Another thing I mentioned in my previous video, it's like things that you want to do, like clubbing and so on, just like things that comes with age. Even me, like, I never was into clubbing to begin with, so I never really went clubbing that much. But it gets to an age where going clubbing is just like, no, you look like a creep in the club, you look like an old maid, like, what are you doing here? It's those like college kids, 19, 20, 21, 22, going there clubbing, getting really drunk to puke the next day. Just imagine dragging him there to be there with your friends. It looks disgusting, it looks weird. You can tell when the man is bored out of this world, does not want to be there, but is there to support you. I just would say, just stay away from doing those things. There are many things that you could do that would make him happy, that would make the both of you happy. For example, going to a lounge is better than going clubbing. You could go to a lounge, sit without loud music, and then people like just grinding and doing things that like college kids do. So just be mature about it and understand the age is an issue, and it gets to a point where certain things, also personality wise, like for me, if you drag me clubbing, like it's just, it won't fly. It never has been my thing. So I've always been more of a lounging kind of person. So as you can tell, my personality is really chill. So just be mindful of that. Another thing, this is probably the last thing that I will mention, is to never try to make your man feel insecure. You shouldn't do that, one, because you do not want him to also make you feel insecure. One good thing about dating an older man is that they are very secure about themselves. They've been there, they've done that, they've dated before. They know what a man or woman needs. They know how to take care of you. So like the small little childish things won't be there. You do not want to be there and challenge his sense of security. He feels secure about him. Why would you challenge that? Why would you want to make him so jealous? You would look so childlike. I would advise you to not make him feel jealous ever, no matter what. Basically, do not be immature. You think because he's older, like I just said, you go clubbing, you get drunk, you're expecting him to hold you, to carry you, to take you home, take your shoes, take your bag, taking care of me. You're being really, really immature. If you're getting into a relationship just for this, then you shouldn't be in a relationship at all. Like, I advise against it. Like, you shouldn't. So you want him to say like, oh yeah, you're grounded, like your parents would if you come home when you're drunk. Do you see how that could shift quickly the relationship that you're trying to have with your man? So just don't have those immature little things. Like, it's just, it won't fly. If that's the kind of relationship that you're looking for, then you should look and find someone like that and have that, instead of having someone who is more mature to take care of your immaturity. Yeah, I'm about to go pick up my daughter from her nanny, so here I am towards the end to go pick her up. What I wanted to just say at the end of this video is to not forget to have fun while being in a relationship. You should not, like, all the things that I talked about sound like, oh my god, I want to stay away, but it's not about that at all. It's about just being considerate, being respectful, treat others as you would like to be treated, and not look at the older man as like someone that you can, as your punch bag, as someone that you can just do things and expect that there wouldn't be any repercussion or anything like that. Really have fun. I'm not saying you shouldn't. If he's into clubbing, dragging clubbing, I'm just saying that you should have an open mind, and don't forget that he might not be into the things that you're into. If he's carefree but he has forgotten about having fun because he thinks, hey, I can't do this, try to bring the fun that he had in him out. Maybe he just need a little bit of poking. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm just trying to say to try to understand the psychology of dating and marrying an older man or woman, rather than just diving in and not really knowing exactly where to put your feet. So if you are going to be in a committed long relationship, it would work better for you when you are armed with the right information and not the negative advices or caution tales that people might tell you out there. So I hope you learned something from my experience today. I hope I did not scare you. I hope you just are open-minded to see that, hey, this is just another person's experience, and I could just pick one thing or two that would work for my relationship. So if you got this far and you haven't yet subscribed, I would advise you to do so down below, and don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. Until next time, bye bye, ciao.